What's goody folk? Bryson, founder of Soul Driven Soul Intended, is back at it again with another general, timeless, intuitive reading session. Up to bat is Cancer, okay? So if your sun, moon, rising, or Venus is in Cancer or otherwise heavily aspected, this session could be for you. And again, this is a timeless, intuitive reading session. So anytime that you come across this video, it could resonate for you during that specific time frame. Okay? So a quick channeled message. The Spirit is saying to come into alignment with your soul-driven purpose and design and stop allowing outside energies to dictate your next move or what you should align with in this earthly realm. Okay, it's time for you all to take control of your divine purpose and start living and walking in it. Okay, and forsaking anyone that has an opposing opinion to what the Holy Spirit of the Most High has already shown you and revealed to you. Okay, Cancer? So we know with my intuitive reading sessions, we start with the forecasting of energies through my numerology using my dice. So we're just going to go ahead and jump right into it. Okay? So on the first red dice, we have 1. We know that represents the emotional body, on how we feel about the things that we've experienced in our lifetimes and or are going through at this current time. It also represents leadership energy as well as new beginning energy. Okay, so I feel that you all have some things to work out with your emotional body. Possibly for quite a few of you all coming into leadership over your emotional selves, because yes, we are in control of our emotions, how we feel about things. We can absolutely choose whether we're going to be upset about something, irritated about something, or if we're just going to release the energy back into the universe and or transmute it. Okay, the choice is yours, free will. But the power is there and available for you to use if you so choose. Okay? And again, new beginnings. So a lot of you Cancer signs are embarking on some new beginnings in your life, whether it be in regard to business, your heart, home, family aspects, your spiritual and creative gifts and talents. It remains to be seen, but there are definitely some new beginnings on the horizon, especially if you have applied the lessons learned during your current cycle. So we're talking about completing a cycle, new beginnings, okay? On the second red dice, we have 2, which represents union, companionship, and partnership energy, which is not only limited to romantic pairings and energy, okay? So this could be partnerships in regard to businesses, joint ventures and non-profit organizations, things of that nature, or a special divine friendship coming into union. Okay, so keep that in mind. Reducing 2 to 1 takes us right back to the emotional body, leadership energy, and new beginnings. Okay, so on the blue dice we have 5, which represents upcoming changes. Now these changes are generally and usually for the higher good of those involved and the expansion thereof. Okay, so with coming into leadership over your emotional bodies, that will take you into a new cycle, a new beginning, completing a cycle. Okay, you have that union, companionship, and partnership energy. And along with those 2 energies, it's bringing change. And I feel like this is much needed change in your life, Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or otherwise heavily aspected. Now, with all 3 energies added together, that gives us a total energy of 8. So we know with my numerology, 8 represents infinite energy, infinite possibilities. It also represents strength, tenacity, healing, and abundance, all of that in that number 8. Okay, so this is definitely a divine time for you, Cancer. And some things are to be manifested for you during this cycle, during this new beginning, should you choose to make the appropriate decisions with the right intentions. Okay? We can reduce 8 to 4, which gives us the foundation energy. So when we think about the foundation, it's the ideals and belief systems that our lives are being built upon. Okay, in all aspects. It's not limited to any aspect at all. Okay, so when we think about foundation, we're thinking about the ground that we're walking on, the ground that we're building on. Is it stable ground, or is it shifty? Okay, reducing 4 further to 2 takes us right back to union, companionship, partnership, energy. Reducing 2 to 1, emotional body, leadership, and new beginnings. Okay, so there's a lot of different varying energies coming out in my numerology. So what we're going to go ahead and do is throw out these principal cards so that we can gain more insight. Again, Cancer, for your sun, moon, rising, Venus, or otherwise heavily aspected in your birth chart. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and get right into it. We have the 5 of Swords coming out in the reverse. Okay. 3 of Cups out in the reverse. I already see where this is going. I'm trying to think of which of the previous signs had some of the similar energies. 6 of Pentacles. Spirit will bring it back to my remembrance. I ain't gonna worry or fret. 10 of Swords. Whose reading was that? I think it might have been Pisces or possibly Gemini. I know it wasn't Taurus's. But no, it wasn't Gemini either. I think this was identical to Pisces energy. Okay, so it kind of makes sense. The reading that I did for Pisces. 2 of Cups. Final principal card. 10 of Cups. Okay, so we just gonna go ahead and get into it. So with the 5 of Swords coming out in the reverse, this is my breakup artist card. Okay, this is an abrupt ending. Expect the unexpected. Okay, we know that Swords represents the aspects of the soul space, which is the total embodiment of who we are as spiritual, soul-driven beings having a physical and human experience on this earthly realm. Okay, it also represents Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy, air sign energy. Okay, so a couple of things with this card. I feel like, well, the first energy that I'm picking up on is there's an abrupt ending with something from within, because this is coming out in the reverse. So Cancer, there may have been a recent discovery. I'm just going to go ahead and drop right down to it, because right below the 5 of Swords is the 10 of Swords. Okay, so we know that 10 is a number of completion, 5 is a number of change. With the 10 of Swords coming out, we're talking about the dark night of the soul type of energy. So that is a very intense spiritual experience. I even kind of consider it somewhat of a rite of passage within your shadow space, because this is calling up some very deep, dark, deep-seated things that you have suppressed. Quite oftentimes, childhood traumas or experiences that have dramatically and traumatically affected you in your adult life and how you're living and moving presently. Okay, so the dark night of soul oftentimes dredges up those things. It's an intense healing process. It can be downright scary, because a lot of times these soul lessons and soul shadow lessons reverberate from the beyond, meaning your lineage, somewhat generational curses and things of that nature. So this energy dredges that up. Why does it dredge it up? It dredges it up so that you can acknowledge it and stop running from it, facing these demons, so to speak, so that you could begin the healing process. Okay? Which that takes me back to the Five of Swords, which I feel like this abrupt ending is caused by this dark night of the soul experience if you choose to go through the experience and apply the lessons learned from this experience. Again, it's a very intense spiritual experience. It can be very scary if you've never had a dark night of the soul before, or if you were not spiritually educated on what a dark night of the soul really is. But at the end of the day, regardless of it being intense and sometimes downright scary, it works for your higher good. Okay? Because it gives you clarity. It gives you a sense of balance, a sense of deaths, if you will, for some old emotional baggage. And oftentimes when we talk about this Ten of Sword, Dark Night of the Soul energy, these are things that infiltrate your emotional body so much so that you may not even be conscious that these are present time triggers for you, or conscious that these are the driving energies as to why you make the decisions that you make, or why you allow certain energies and actions in your life. This dark night of the soul is meant to clear all of that shit up. Okay? So I feel like, again, with that clarity coming in, or this revelation coming in from the dark night of the soul experience, Cancer, some of you, or whoever resonates with this energy, are putting an abrupt ending within. So you're cutting off these shadow energies that don't serve your higher good and your divine purpose and design. Okay. Once again, we know that swords represent the soul space energy. It also represents air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Okay. Second principal card, not Queen of Cups, but Three of Cups. Okay, this is the player coming out in the reverse. Okay, now distinctly with this energy coming out in the reverse, it can represent two things. Okay, you could be coming out of a third-party relationship. Okay, you may have recently found out that your boo thing got more things and you're not the only one. Okay, so you may have decided to make an abrupt ending within yourself for accepting this type of energy in your life, and you've decided to walk away. Okay, others who may resonate with this energy, you may have also found out that you're in a third party entanglement or situationship with a player, but you're actually the third party, meaning that this third party situationship or relationship that you're involved in, you're actually the outsider coming in. So that means that this relationship was already established before you came in. So yes, unfortunately, Cancer, you would be the side piece in this situation. We know that Cups represents the aspects of the heart, home, and family. And again, this is your energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. Okay. Now we have the Six of Pentacles. Okay, this is the juggler. Okay, this is calling for financial responsibility. Okay, we know that Pentacles represents the material aspects, finance, business, and property. Okay, it's also Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy. Okay, so I'm not quite sure what's going on in regard to this energy right now. I just know that you're being called to be financially responsible. Okay, and it may not even have to do with a particular reason that you're being called to be responsible. Spirit just wants you to be responsible. Don't spend your money frivolously, you know. But at the same time, don't hold on to your money for fear of lack, if that makes sense. Because when we look at the number 6, that's finding and maintaining balance in my numerology. Okay, so there's you're being called, for those who resonate with this energy, to come into balance with your financial responsibilities. Okay, to not spend frivolously, but also not to hold on to your money for fear of lack. Okay, that you won't have enough the next day, because you absolutely will. Okay, so we already dealt with the first principal card on the bottom row, the Ten of Swords, the Dark Night of the Soul. So again, Cancer, some of you all, or a lot of you all, are going through a Dark Night of the Soul experience, okay, that is dredging up things of old that are so far deep-seated and suppressed that you may not even realize that it's affecting your present day life and the choices and moves and emotions that you feel. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move over to the second principal card on the bottom row. This is the Two of Cups. This is the Lover's card. Okay, so there's some love pairings on the horizon here. I feel like specifically for this player coming out in the reverse, for the person who has found out that they are, let me correct that. The person who found out that they're in a third-party relationship and have decided to walk away. I feel like that you are definitely walking away to a new union, a new pairing. Okay, this is a beautiful union and pairing. As we know, hearts, again, a cups represent heart, home, and family aspects. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy. But this is wonderful energy because this is your wish fulfillment, the Ten of Cups. Okay, this is abundant love. Abundant energy, love energy for your heart, home, and family aspects. Okay, getting everything that you have desired within these aspects. Okay, so again, Cancer, for those of you all who are walking away or coming out of this third-party situationship, you're walking into a new love union. Okay, now this could absolutely be a romantic pairing, but it could also be a best friendship, a friend who feels like family, or some special type of divine union. But whatever this union is, regardless if it's romantic or not, it's going to lead you to your wish fulfillment. Okay, again, we know that 10 is a number of completion. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move on to my clarifying deck so that we can begin to sort out these energies and see where and how they resonate with the collective. Okay, so we're shuffling, yes, we're shuffling. Spirit, what's good here for these Cancers, these crabs? Okay, Page of Wands, Five of Cups, Five of Pentacles. Okay, that answers my question in regard to the Six of Pentacles. Okay, on the bottom deck, Seven of Swords in reverse. What was I telling you about this Ten of Swords, the Dark Night of the Soul energy? This intense spiritual experience is going to reveal some things to you about your life that you have suppressed so deep, far down inside of yourself, that it is on a subconscious level for you at this moment. But that Dark Night of the Soul is going to reveal that. This is the Seven of Swords, the revealer. What's done in the dark comes to light. Secrets and untruths being revealed. This is in the reverse. So that means these things that are being revealed are from within, from the soul space. I'm just going to say I told you so with that right there. I mean, But the first clarifier card, we have the Page of Wands in its upright position. We know that the Page of Wands speaks about being grateful and appreciative for all things at all times. Okay, this is how you manifest properly. Okay, consciously creating what you want for your life in the energy and spirit of gratitude and appreciation. Okay, so it's reminding you that even in the contrast, there comes clarity. Okay, so learn to appreciate the contrasting moments, because it's the contrasting moments that are teaching us something. It's showing us something for our higher good. It's up to us on whether or not we're going to acknowledge and recognize what's trying to be taught to us at this current and present time. And if we're going to apply the lessons in order to graduate and complete on to a new cycle, a new beginning, the energy in a dice with the 1, or we fail to realize the lessons and repeat the same cycle until we do, or we realize the lessons and still refuse to apply it to become wisdom because we feel like our way is the better way, and this new enlightenment coming in is just foo-foo. So that's the energy there. Still be grateful and appreciative at all times, because there's something working for your higher good all the time if you acknowledge and recognize it. Okay, the Page of Wands also reminds you that you are being divinely guided and protected as long as you're walking in your soul-driven, soul-intended purpose and design. Okay, as long as you are serving out your soul mission, you will always be divinely guided and protected. Okay, we know that Wands represents the aspects of spirituality, creativity, knowledge and wisdom, communication, and the emotional body. Okay, Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries energy is here. Okay, that's my energy, at least 2 out of 3. Second clarifier card, this is the 5 of Cups. Okay, so someone is leaving, and this is again for the higher good of those involved. Okay, so this is not bad energy. This is someone leaving so that they can continue to grow, to expand, to evolve. Okay, so Cancer, this is someone outside energy, someone that you're potentially close to. They may be graduating high school, moving on to college, whatever the case may be. Someone within your heart, home, and family aspects is leaving. But again, this is not a sad or bad occasion. You might be a little sad that they're leaving, but it's not bad. You don't need to worry. You don't need to fret, because this will benefit you and that person in the long run. Okay, this could possibly be secondary energy that I'm feeling is that this potential love partner or this divine soul union is leaving in order to come to you. For those who resonate, again, this is heart, home, family aspects with Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces energy, water sign energy. Okay, now the third clarifier card is the 5 of Pentacles in the upright. This is upcoming changes within the material aspects, finance, business, and property. Okay, so this is why you're being called to be financially responsible, because these changes that are coming in regard to these financial, business, and property aspects is an upswing in availability of these funds and careers and business for those entrepreneurs like myself, and maybe some new property, maybe a new apartment, if not a new home, if not new property to build your home on. Okay, but there's definitely a change coming in regard to these aspects, again, for your higher good. And that's why you're being called to be financially responsible at this time, Cancer. You need to find and maintain balance within these aspects. Otherwise, if you choose to go the other route, the lower vibrational route, then that can lead to conflict, confusion, chaos, and mess by a third-party energy. So Virgo, Capricorn, and Taurus energy is here within the Six of Pentacles. So what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and switch over to my Ancient One deck and see what the Kemetic gods and goddesses want you to know. So immediately as I take my deck out of its casing, the Ten of Swords is at the bottom of the deck. So some of you, or a lot of you Cancers, are definitely going through or are experiencing a dark night of the soul. Okay? But again, if you go through with it, you're going to come out completing a cycle and moving into your new beginning. Okay? That's some more dual energy coming in here. Spirit just showed me. So for some of you who are experiencing this dark night of the soul, it's going to cause someone to move away from you. So again, because of this dark night of the soul, this energy will be moving away, again, for further expansion and higher good. Okay, so again, it's that energy, and then someone possibly leaving where they are from or currently residing and coming towards to offer a cup to make this union, this pairing here in the Two of Cups. Okay, so again, we're going to see what the Ancient Kemetic ones have to say for the Cancer Collective. So Moon, Rising, or Venus, or otherwise heavily aspected at any time that you come across this video and it resonates. Okay, so Four of Wands, Temperance. Okay, this is calling for balance from within. Okay, with the Temperance card coming out in the reverse, so that takes me again right back to the Dark Night of the Soul energy and the Five of Swords, the Breakup Artist energy in reverse. Because when these things are revealed unto you, it might shake you a little bit. I'm not even going to say might, it will shake you to your core. Okay, I did a podcast episode, one of the very earlier episodes of Spiritually Logic. I did an episode talking about my first Dark Night of the Soul experience, and I think later on in the season I also talked about the other ones. But my first Dark Night of the Soul experience scared the living shit out of me. I literally saw my ancestors. They were in a hospital room with me, and I was terrified. I thought I was literally dying. I wasn't. I was having a Dark Night of the Soul experience, but it was so intense. It just scared the living shit out of me, and I know it was real. Okay, so when this occurs, or if you're already in the midst of this energy, Cancer, you're being called to find this temperance, this balance within your spiritual aspects, creative aspects, knowledge and wisdom, communication, and your own emotional body. Okay, because again, it's going to shift you. It's going to shake your foundation. Hello. Okay, it's going to shake your foundation, but you need to find that balance from within. Okay, so when I say that, oh, these giant mosquitoes be killing me. When I say that, what does that mean? That means simply going within, getting that clarity from within, relying and trusting in the knowing that everything that you need is already within you. Okay, this is not letting anyone from an outside source dictate to you how you should be living, what you should be doing, how you should be doing. Okay, especially if it's not in line with your soul-driven, soul-intended purpose and design. Okay, you need to get that temperance within and walk in that. Okay, so we're going to check some more energy out. Let's see with these bugs coming in here, because I got this window open, no screen. Oh, and this light is on. Okay, so look at this. This is the Six of Swords, the Tower card. And what do we know about the Tower card? We know that this is a destined and fated time, depending on the choice that you make and your intentions behind the choice, that will determine the outcome on whether or not it is a destined outcome or fate. Destined is peaceful, is bliss, is harmonious, it's wonderful, it's wish fulfillment. I kid you not. But if you go against the grain, against the current, into a lower vibrational south node, if you will, energy, then you will be fated to regret that decision for the remainder of this life. Okay? So this is definitely a divine, destined, or fated moment for you, depending on what you choose to do. Oh, God, I hate these giant mosquito thingies. Definitely decided, or contingent, on what you decide to do. I definitely feel like this is, this mosquito, it landed right on me. I'm not going to bother it. But again, this is definitely based upon what you decide to do with this dark night of the soul energy. Are you going to go through it? Are you going to learn the lessons? Are you going to open yourself up to this experience? Or are you going to shun it off? Okay? We live a spiritual, soul-driven, soul-intended life based on free will. Okay? So Spirit ain't going to make you make a decision. Spirit is going to let you know the best decision or the best actions for the best outcome for your higher good. It's up to you if you're going to take the advice or not. So if something, if you manifest a lower vibrational outcome, don't at me, bitch. If you made the decision, take accountability, okay? Because it ain't my fault. I only predict what the Holy Spirit of the Most High has out there for you all, okay? Just because it shows out in the cards. Why does these things keep showing up? Y'all see that? Just because it shows out in the card doesn't mean that it's definitely going to happen. Okay, so when you get information from your diviner or your intuitive coach, such as myself, don't just take it and run with it. You need to let the information, the messages simmer so that you can get what's needed from it. Apply that temperance and make the best decision with the right intentions. Okay, that's the only way that you manifest higher vibrational north node energy from the choices that you make. Okay, and sometimes you can make a contrasting decision with the best of intentions. You're still going to be good because it's mostly your intentions that matter behind the decision or action that you take. Okay, so for example, you think about someone giving the homeless food or money, but they're recording it and have the homeless person displayed for all of social media. But why? Because they want that recognition. They want to be seen as someone who gives to the needy and not the greedy. They want that public applause, okay? Yes, it was a good deed, but the intention was fucked up, okay? So you're going to manifest lower vibrational outcomes from that, okay? Same circumstance. If you do the very same thing, but your intentions are pure, you simply want to help the person in need, and you may be recording it because you want to get the message out to the collective, to the people, and say, this is how you show love, unconditional love and support for your fellow brother or sister. Unconditional love by not looking down on them and the situation that they're in, because it quite easily could be you. Okay? So it's the same, two different sides of the same coin. The difference is the intention and not the action. So whatever your intended or whatever your intention is, behind your action is going to decide whether it's a destined outcome or fated. Tower card, okay? Tower also represents old idealisms and belief systems being torn down to be built on a new foundation, coinciding with this dark night of the soul energy. Okay? Because what happens with this dark night of the soul energy here is what you thought you knew or what you thought you understood about your life as a whole up until this point, false. Again, shakes you to that core. It's no coincidence that the temperance in reverse comes out from the God and Goddess deck. followed by the Six of Swords. Okay, so Cancer, a lot of you all are really on the precipice of these new beginnings, and what's at stake right now is your wish fulfillment. Okay, divine love, unconditional love, having that which you wanted for so long within your heart, home, and family aspects. Okay. So, Spirit is really testing me. Ten of Pentacles, the world, the money tree. Okay? So, I know that thing just did not fly on my mustache. But this is the money tree. Okay? So there is a completion within your material aspects. Finance, business, and property. Okay? So you're completing a cycle. What did I tell you with this Five of Pentacles in the upright position? Some changes are coming in regard to your material aspects. And that's why you're being called into financial responsibility, because the world is at stake here. This is some good money. Okay, this is some prosperous money here. Not just money, but material assets. Okay, we could be talking about stocks and bonds, new businesses, or pre-existing businesses expanding and growing and evolving, turning into a conglomerate is what I just heard. Okay, so yeah, there's some big money at stake here. Spirit says we want you to spend, you be responsible with this abundance coming in. Okay, you've earned it. Yes, you've earned it, but it's still free will on what you're going to do with it. And what you do with it, and the intention behind it, I keep hearing intention behind it, is going to determine the outcome. Again, higher vibrational north node or lower vibrational south node. You're creating and manifesting where you are in life at this moment, or will be. And don't so much worry about the will be, because with spirituality, it's all about the now, the right now. Being present in who you are right now, and not so much as who you want to be, because who you want to be isn't so much of a factor as who you are right now. Okay, so I hope you all were able to follow that right there. Moving forward, we have the Nine of Swords. Okay, in reverse. Okay, so definitely dual energy coming here. Okay, the Death card could possibly be in regard to some spiritual effects. Again, in regard to this Ten of Swords, Dark Night of the Soul energy, Tower energy, abrupt ending in reverse, the breakup artist, the Death card in reverse. Okay, so this could be a spiritual death. Okay, with this Nine of Swords coming out, I feel like that this is a spiritual death. Something has died off, but you haven't accepted the new truth of what it is now and not what it was. So you're kind of in limbo. For those who resonate with this spiritual death energy, you're kind of in a limbo because you're rounding the end of the cycle, but you haven't completed it just yet because you haven't stepped fully into the transition of the new you. Okay? You're the caterpillar trapped in the cocoon with no way out right now until you surrender to the process. Okay, so that's a resonating energy there for Cancer, those of you who resonate with that. But this could also be, and I'm sorry to say, but I'm going to keep it real. The Spirit tell me to tell you something. I'm going to tell it. Some of you could possibly quite well be rounding the end of your physical life during this lifetime. Okay, you know where you are in your life, so take it. If it resonates, ask for clarity. Okay, but yeah, sorry, Cancer. Some of you all's time may be up here in this physical realm. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and switch over to my Angel, Archangel, and Ancestor deck and see what those beauties have to say to you, Cancer, or what they want you to know during this time. Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus, or otherwise heavily aspected. Again, timeless. So whenever you come across this and it resonates, it's your session, it's your message. Okay? And if it resonates still, don't fully take my word. Okay? Go within and ask Spirit to further clarify for you, and ask them to show you why it's happening, or why these energies are coming out, and what it is that you're supposed to learn or do from this session. Okay? My whole goal as being an intuitive spiritual coach is not to wow you with my gifts and what I can do. That's not my goal. And if that's ever anyone else's goal or intention, that's lower vibrational. They're working from their south node, okay? This energy that I possess and that I walk in is to get you into your own self-love, self-empowerment, into your own spiritual gifts. To the sword, that temperance energy, so that eventually you won't have to come to me for a personal intuitive session. You won't have to come to me for a coaching session or for one of my online coaching courses. You would be able to go within and use your own intuition to direct you to where you need to be and not be dependent on me. Okay? Do I love what I do? Absolutely. I'm serving my purpose, but it's to get you in line with your all-being source energy, your star player. It ain't about me. You know, I'm a humble servant. And when Spirit tells me to do something, I'm going to do it. It's not always pretty. It's not always comfortable. Folk may not always understand, and that's fine. It's not meant for you to understand because it's not your path. It's not your vision. It's mine. The Holy Spirit of the Most High gave it to me, not you. Okay? So that's, one of the things with spirituality, put self first. Okay? Don't go against yourself for the sake of somebody else, because that outcome is going to fuck you up. Okay? You won't be in alignment with your star player. Somehow I knew this energy was going to come out. Page of Swords, Narcissist. Okay? Some of you all have been dealing, this was an Aries reading that this energy came out with. Okay? Narcissistic energy, death card. So I feel like Cancer, for those of you who resonate with the death card in a physical tonation in regard to self, you may be a narcissist moving about with ill intent towards other people. I'm just calling it how I see it. Okay? So Cancer, some of you all may be narcissists, okay, and having all of these ill intentions for people who have done nothing to you. You need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I just heard that. Other Cancers, some of you may have been in a relationship, this third-party situationship from the player card. Whoever that player is, whether it be male or female, they're a narcissist. Okay? Definitely a narcissist. Again, we're working with soul space energy. Okay? Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy. Okay, this narcissistic energy could also coincide with this Ten of Swords. This could be a heavy revelation, causing that abrupt ending. I feel like that this abrupt ending is for someone who is living narcissistically. If it's not a word, it is now. I just created it. Put it in Webster's Merriam. Or the Bryson Soul-Driven, Soul-Intended Dictionary. But this abrupt ending within, I feel like for a small few, there are some who resonate with living a narcissistic life and coming through this dark night of the soul and realizing just the effect of their intentions and their actions has done to others, and they want to heal. I have not personally come across a narcissist who is actively willing and moving in healing. But that's not to say that it's impossible. It's absolutely impossible if they are willing to do the work and they surrender to the process. Okay? It's absolutely available. Absolutely possible. Okay? but they got to be willing to do the work. They have to surrender to the process. Okay, some things have to die off. Narcissist, this is your energy. If you resonate with being a Cancerian narcissist, you're really moving in the vein of healing and no longer wanting to walk in this narcissistic energy, and that's major. Okay, because so many people who walk in that energy, they remain stubborn, they remain stagnated, and they don't want to change because they're fine just as they are, and they want to go on moving with ill intent against other people. Okay, but for the very few that resonate with this energy, that's not you. You don't like the reflection when you look in the mirror, and you want to change. You want to kill off this narcissistic energy that has taken over your physical body thus far. And I say to you, congratulations. I support you. I encourage you, because you can absolutely heal and be renewed from this lower vibrational south node energy and get into your north node. Okay, I feel like for those select few who resonate with this energy, will be setting a new standard for the healing of narcissists. Oh my God, I just got some clarity in regard to that in my personal situation. So in a sense, this is very beautiful energy, because again, if you go through this process, what's in store for you? Your wish fulfillment. You'll be able to actually have a romantic pairing, someone who loves you unconditionally for you. You'll be able to have an actual home that belongs to you, an actual family that belongs to you, that you didn't have to usurp from someone else with ill-intended actions and tactics. Okay, this is an extreme new beginning and new cycle, again, for those very select few who resonate with this energy. Okay, this is tremendous. Okay, not only will you be able to access your divine wish fulfillment here in the Ten of Cups, you also have the world, the money tree. Okay, financial abundance. Okay, so I really encourage you, again, if you resonate as being a Cancerian narcissist and you want to change, you want to be better, you want to heal, I congratulate you. I encourage you. Go forth. You can absolutely do it. Healing is absolutely available for you. Abundant healing. Infinite healing. That's that infinite energy that was coming out in my numerology with the total combination of the dice representing 8. Okay, so this is a major shifting, and this will be something that will be so tremendous in this lifetime, because I don't think that there is any documentation of to date, and I could be wrong, but I don't think I am, based on this energy that I'm feeling from spirit. I don't think there's any documented cases to where a narcissist has effectively healed or are healing, going through the healing process and being renewed. Okay, that's beautiful, because there's always light in the shadows. Okay, you can always access your light, but you have to want to. The thing with narcissists, a lot of them don't want to. They like living in the shadows. They like being murky. They like moving in ill intent. They like seeing other people hurt and cut down and belittled and degraded. Okay, but again, for that selected few, that's not you. I feel like that you were raised in a narcissistic household, and you became a product of your environment. Okay, that's all you knew. So since that was all you knew, that's all you were up until this point. Okay, 3 of Swords coming out in the reverse. This is the stressor. So some of you Cancers are feeling overworked, physically stressed within the aspects of your soul space, the total embodiment of who you are and your purpose and design, having this physical and human experience. Okay, so this is outside energy. Okay, with it coming out in the upright. So there's someone around your inner sanctum that is causing or inflicting stressful energy into your own personal space. And how or why are they able to do it is because you're allowing it. You're not walking in your full purpose, okay? You're not not full purpose, well, so to speak, yes. But you're not walking in your full power is what I meant to say. So I feel like this is directly related to this Three of Cups in reverse, the player in reverse, okay? Just letting that whole situation just stress you out, okay? You may be physically overworking to maintain or to rehabilitate or fix this broken union. It's broken. Boo. Move on. Okay? There's better for you. Two of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Five of Cups in an upright. Someone's leaving. Someone's moving. Abrupt ending. Breakup artist in reverse. It's time for you to let that energy go. Why you gonna let somebody else stress you out about your life? That means you done gave them your power. I refuse to have somebody else stress me out. An inkling of that energy still tries to creep up on me, but when I catch it, I bet you I cut that bitch down. No, we're not gonna have that. I'm the emperor and empress, the master magician of my life. You know, cut that shit off at the root, okay? And if the root is that person, sever ties, cut cords, beat it, sweet bitch. Your energy is not welcome here. See, I told you, Ten of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Your angels, archangels, and ancestors want you to know that there is definitely wish fulfillment out there and accessible for you all. If you do the work, if you make the right actions with the right intentions, or even the wrong actions but with the right intentions, follow that. So currently, as of right now, we have 1, 2, 3, 4 tens on the board. Completions. Okay, there's death-like experiences with the dark night of the soul, but there's completion with going through this cycle, completing the cycle, applying the lessons learned and turning that from knowledge into wisdom. Okay, Seven of Cups in reverse. Okay, so some of you all may be feeling some doubt within self or some disappointment within self. Okay, so going back to the Cancerian narcissistic energy, for those of you who now resonate with, being a product of your environment and being a narcissist, you're now disappointed in yourself because it's kind of like, who knew? I don't want to be this way. And you may be doing some retrospective thinking and looking back on your life. Yeah, you are, because this dark night of the soul dredges that shit up. And you're just like, man, I didn't really want to treat these people the way that I did in the past. And it's causing some disappointing energy. It's causing some doubt now within your aspects of your heart, home, and family. Because now that you're have now embarked on the realization of these shadow narcissistic aspects within self, you're now doubting on whether or not you can really heal from this energy, from this way of life. Can you really access this new beginning, your wish fulfillment, the world, your money tree, okay, your union, okay? Yes, you can absolutely do it, okay? But again, it's in the actions that you take. And not just the actions, but even more so the intent behind the actions that you take. Are you intending someone harm? Are you intending to hurt someone? Are you intending to disrespect and degrade and disregard someone? Because if that's your intention, no matter what the action is, you're going to reap south node lower vibrational outcomes. It's just what it is. Okay, this is how the universe works. Okay, and you don't have to believe me. Ask for clarity. If you're bold enough to go within and ask for clarity and ask for answers to this question, go ahead and do it. And if you remain open enough, I swear for chicken and gravy, you're going to get the answer. And it's going to come in an unmistakable way that you can't help but acknowledge, okay, this is the answer. Because what? I didn't speak this to anybody. I kept this within. I kept this to myself. And guess what? The answer came, more than likely, from an outside source, just to show you how divine the universe is. Okay? So now we're going to go ahead to my galactical deck. If you resonate with starseed energy, Lyran, Pleiadian, Sirian, Orion energy, your galactical tribe is going to chime in for you Cancers right now. Okay? So, what does your tribe have to say for you right now, Cancers? Okay, 5 of Cups. Someone is leaving. All of this confirming energy coming through. Okay, someone's leaving, but it's for their higher good. You know, I feel like someone's coming towards you, Cancer, because it's okay. So no, actually, okay, yeah. Let's end this up right. So yeah, someone is coming towards you. 5 of Swords. I knew this card was going to come out. I felt it. 5 of Swords in the upright. The breakup artist. Okay? So not only Cancers, for some of you all, you're putting an abrupt ending to some soul-numbing energy from within. The other ones who are dealing with this third-party narcissistic outside energy in relationship, you're putting a dead halt to that abruptly once you come to the realization of the type of situationship that you're really in. So you're dead in it. You're going to bring an abrupt ending to that shit and you're going to walk away. Fuck that. You realize that you deserve to be loved properly and unconditionally. Okay? You don't have to be around or accept any energy that's always or constantly talking down to you or looking at you with a side eye or whispering and making comments. You don't have to put up with it. It's in your life because you allow it. So be the master magician of your life and decide on whether you're going to allow it or not. I'm quick to sever ties these days. Death. Death card again. Death card again in reverse. So definitely, Cancer, some of you all are putting a death, an abrupt ending and a death to this narcissistic energy or whatever experience comes from this 10 of Swords. But again, some of you, it's sad to say, your time is up. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, because for those of you all whose time is up, 2 resonating energies, it's just your time. It's time for you to transcend to the spiritual realm, to either complete a cycle or to repeat a cycle and be reincarnated. People don't believe in reincarnation, but I do. And it's not for me to tell you what to believe in. Okay? The difference for me with religion is it's conceptual. Okay? It's a concept written down in various books. The Quran, the Bible, so on and so forth. Spirituality is all about the experiential. Okay, spirituality is very personal and it shows up in a way that's very unique to who you are. To who you are within your all being, your source energy, your star player, okay, your higher being. Spirituality will always resonate directly with you personally. Okay? That's how you know the difference. And that's how you have different outcomes and different experiences. I'm not going to walk based on a conceptual idea. Especially not when I had the experiential. No. I've experienced this for myself. Boo thang. I'm not going to listen to you and your conceptual idealisms because it doesn't match up with my experiential. Okay? Moving forward. 6 of Cups in reverse. This is for those, again, Cancerian and narcissistic energy. You're finding peace and harmony and balance within your heart, home, and family. That's for those of you who go through the work, who complete this dark night of the soul experience, who puts an abrupt ending to this narcissistic energy and decides that they want to move forward. They want to go forward and come into union with their heart, home, and family, and access their wish fulfillment. They want to change their financial aspects and get that money tree, okay, on their own, by their own merits, and not usurping the energy and power from someone else. Okay? So, I'm going to pull one more card from the ancient Kemetic ones. I'm trying not to hit the keys on my Chromebook. And this will be the final statement for Cancers, okay? Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus are otherwise heavily aspected. If you don't know what your natal chart looks like, you should get it done. It's free. I'll include the link in the description box below. It's the site that I use to do my natal chart. Okay. Seven of Wands. Okay, so this is in the reverse. So this is the Prisoner card. So some of you may have been feeling trapped and imprisoned within. Okay, again, I'm going back to this Cancerian narcissistic energy. Okay, so upon this dark night of the soul experience and putting an abrupt ending to that energy, you're feeling that you have been trapped within your true self. Okay, again, the Prisoner in reverse. Okay, but also coinciding with that very same energy, although you have felt or are feeling like that you have been trapped within your true self, you're now coming out of that energy and walking into your new beginning. Okay, Queen of Pentacles. Get ready to receive some financial abundance. Get ready to receive your Ten of Pentacles with doing the work. Okay? That's your message, Cancer, during this time. If you would like to book and schedule your own personal intuitive reading session, coaching session, Reiki session, or if you want to go ahead and enroll in one of my online coaching courses, the information will be in the description box below. Okay, and I'll also include that link to go ahead and access your birth and natal chart. All you would need is your date of birth, the place, and the time that you were born in order to get an accurate assessment of your natal chart. These bugs are just flying around in this room, but it's hot outside. Even in the night, yeah, I'm in Dallas, Texas. I need to keep my window open and let some fresh air in. But I'm bringing this session to a close. I love you all. Keep doing the work. Be encouraged. You are worthy. Even if you don't act like you're worthy, even if you don't know that you are worthy, you are absolutely worthy of the best, to be loved properly, to be loved unconditionally. Don't let nobody else psych you out of that. Okay? Until next time, who's next after Cancer? I think... Leo. Yep. Leo's up next, baby. All right, until next time, y'all.